Hey, it's Mr. Johns. We are going to find a graphic for our fingerboard project. And so in Google, I just did a search for skateboard art. That seems to be um, the best wording. And then I just switch it over from all to images only. So you get just images, tons of them, lots to look at. And there's two options that I want to show you. One is I'm going to choose this one over here, click that, and then it makes it a little bit bigger. We're going to right click on that and save image as. We're hoping it's a JPEG or another image format, which this is JPEG. You can see I've already saved a whole bunch just looking at different options, ways to crop it and things like that. So I'm going to call it Fingerboard Art. Enter. Okay. So that's the first thing you do. Find graphics, download graphics. Here's another one that I like. I'm going to right click on it and save image as. Now, this is what I don't want to see. The file format is a WebP file. So that's not meant to be downloaded, but there's a way around it. Let's say you really, really want this image. And so all I do is screen capture. So I'm on a PC. So mine is Control Print Screen. On a Chromebook, you can go Control and then the middle button at the top of your keyboard. So now I've taken the screenshot. What do I do now? Well, I use Paint because I'm in Windows, and so I would just Control V to paste, and then I could save that. However, you're likely on a Chromebook, and so we want some kind of free in your browser paint program. So JS Paint, which is kind of an old like Windows 95 kind of program, but it's free. This is what Paint used to look like a long time ago. So I've opened up JS Paint and I just Control V, and it says, hey, this is big. Do you want to make that white box bigger? Yes, please. And boom. So it's a screenshot. Nice picture there, Mr. Johns. So what I want to do now is choose the rectangle tool, and I want to ignore that. I'm going to draw a box around the image that I want. Now, JS Paint does not have crop. So this is kind of before crop, sadly. So what I can do is copy it. So I drew a box around it, and I can Control C to copy. Again, I'm going to trick the program. I'm going to work my way around and make it work for me. I'm going to go File, New. I don't need to save this one, just no. Here's a brand new file. I'm going to go Control V. Yes, I want it bigger, and there it is. Now, this time I just copied and pasted just the skateboard. And so what I'll do now is say File, Save As, and Fingerboard Art is fine. And you'll notice it saves it as a PNG. That's fine. I could switch it over to a JPEG again, but PNG is actually a little higher quality. So I'm going to keep it PNG and click Save. And it goes to your download folder on your Chromebook or on your PC. So now what? Well, there's 3 steps. One was to find and save the file, which I did. 2 is to crop it. So we get rid of all this white stuff. That's not going to work. We need just the skateboard. And then 3 is to scale it to the right size. There we go. So it's save it, crop it, scale it. And so we're going to go to a website called imageresizer.com. It's free. Ignore all the ads around the outside. That's why it's free. And we're just going to go select an image right here in the middle. And we're going to go find your image that you want. So mine's called Fingerboard Art. I have 2, by the way, Fingerboard Art. This one's Fingerboard Art. But the reason I have 2, one's a JPEG and one's not a JPEG. So I'm going to choose this one. and open it. So it basically brings it in. I can't see exactly how much white space I have over there, but it doesn't matter because I have a couple options here. I can resize, I can crop, I can also flip and rotate, I can convert. So, by the way, this website worth saving if you work with graphics at all, because this is one free site where you can convert images. People are always asking, how do I convert an image from this to that? Just today, one of my students found an image they wanted, but it was an HEIC, and they gave up and then went and found another image. But this website would have converted it to a JPEG for him for free. So kind of cool. You can rotate it, you can enlarge it, just you can create a meme. There's a meme generator built in. All right, so let's go to crop, and you can see what it does here. It gives you this crop box, and what we want is just the image as much as possible. So we're going to squeeze this in, go right there. I need this to be right to the end of the board. If I can do this now, I won't have to do much with this later. Now, obviously, I can't crop the corners here, but that's okay. So let's go ahead, and all I have to do is click crop right here, crop. So crop it, done, and now download. Okay, so that is going to download. It's doing it right now, processing, and it downloaded. So it's going to be the newest. If I go to my download folder, if you go to your download folder in on your computer, it will be the newest one. See, mine's called Fingerboard Art PNG. So that's good to know. That's what it's called. It's a PNG. So what I said the second step was to resize. So luckily, there's also an image resizer here. And so just switch over to that tool, select image. We just downloaded it. Choose that, open it. So here is our cropped image. We just cropped it, saved it. Okay. Now we want to scale it. It has to fit our fingerboard project. So I wrote down the measurements. And so we're looking at 35 millimeters wide by 102 millimeters. That's the size of a tech deck. So this graphic, by the way, is a skateboard. So you can see why it's long. That's why it's long and skinny, but fingerboards are shorter and fatter. So a couple things. Pay attention to what I do here. I'm going to turn off lock aspect ratio because that'll keep that skinny shape no matter what I do. So I want to turn that off. Also, I don't want any background color, so turn that off. And up here under pixels, PX, for width, height, let's switch that to millimeters. And then under width, we want 35. And actually, I've heard that 33 is the perfect width for a fingerboard. But just in case we'll just make it a little bit wider. We can always sand it, make it a little bit skinnier, but we can't go the other way. So I'm going to make it just a little bit wider. Same thing goes here. 102 is what I wrote down for the height, the length of the board. I'm going to go 105. We're just going to give it a few more millimeters. It's not much, but so we're going to go 35 millimeters wide by 105 millimeters tall. Everything is unchecked right here, and then we just click resize. Processing. Okay, so what this won't show us what it looks like. All we can do is download it. And so we have a new file called finger2 in parentheses 1. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like here. I'm going to open this up in Paint just so I can show you. So here it is. So remember how it was skinny? It was skinny and long for a skateboard, and now it is short and fat for a fingerboard. So that's the perfect size, and that'll be what's on the bottom of my fingerboard. So next, what I want to do is email it to me. Email it to me. So you're going to go to Gmail. you're going to click Compose. You're going to type in Johns, and it'll bring up me. So I'm this one right here, brian.johns@boiseschools.org. You don't have to do any subject at all. I'll know who it's from because of your email. I'm going to click on Paperclip to attach. I'm going to go find that new file, finger21, click Open. It's going to load it, attach it, and then I click Send. So now I have the image in my inbox, so I can print it on my color printer. I'll make sure that it is the right size, the best I can, print it, and then you will attach it to my, I'm talking to my students here, you'll attach it to the bottom of your fingerboard. So our project is 4-layer real wood, birch plywood, fingerboards, high quality wood put into a 3D printed mold that'll give us the exact shape of a fingerboard that we want, and we will put grip tape on the top. We'll attach these graphics to the bottom, and then we'll give it a nice clear coat and protective coating on the bottom, and put wheels and trucks on the thing, and we'll have a nice custom board to play with, so or display. So that's where we're at now. If some of that didn't make any sense, just rewind, watch it again, take it step by step, and I should end up with an image from you in my inbox. So, and if you're doing this, you're not one of my students, and you're doing this on your own, I will post some videos on how to go about making your own custom fingerboard. So stay tuned for that. I'll catch you then. For now, though, Mr. Johns is out.